elements, the parameters we have to keep in mind, okay, before commencing the class. All these things we have seen. You know, every teacher is a source of knowledge. Am I right? But a teacher should not remain mere source of knowledge. There are a lot of other sources of knowledge. Am I right? Textbook is a source of knowledge. Am I right? And if you browse on the net, internet is a source of knowledge. The magazine is a source of knowledge. The journal is a source of knowledge. Even if you listen to somebody, okay, a knowledgeable person is addressing a forum, it's a source of knowledge. Am I right? So there are a lot of sources of knowledge. So in a particular classroom, if a staff member remains simply a source of knowledge, it's not adequate. Am I right? From other source of knowledge, totally a teacher, a human being, is certainly distinguished. Am I right? Because I can read the mind of the students, I can read the face of the students. I can understand to what extent my information, my instructions are reaching my students. Okay. Whether they have understood or not. What is the mood of the students? What is the mood of the classroom? All these things I can understand. And what is the need? What are the needs of the student? In which area they want more information? All these things I can understand. Am I right? This source can understand all these things. And accordingly I can design my own lecture, I can serve my students. That's why as a teacher, this source of knowledge is totally different and distinguished from any other source. Am I right? Because a teacher should act as an influencer. He always should remain as an influencer, a great motivator. So, today, a transformation should take place when we start of the career. Okay, when I was on the first day of my teaching career, what was my caliber? What was my passion of teaching? What was my level of caliber? Okay, and after having completed 15 years, what is the status today? If we analyze, certainly a transformation has taken place. Okay, so what is the transformation? A teacher should put himself as a subject to the transformation or shifting from the state of being a source of knowledge to the state of being a transforming, a motivator and influencer. So, from the state of simply being a source of knowledge to the state of being an influencer and a motivator, if we shift ourselves, if a transformation takes place, yes, that one becomes a full-fledged teacher. That should happen. Today, having the inputs from the phase 1 of micro teaching, the people who are going to perform on days today have to carefully demonstrate, exhibit their skills, okay, in two things: how they are interestingly commencing the subjects, how they are concluding the presentation. That is very much needed. And by way of commencement itself, we have to create an interest among the students. Because mechanically, if I am entering the classroom and starting my own lecture, okay, and I am delivering, yes. So in case of some subjects, the people may be able to observe, grasp whatever you are delivering. But in most of the classes, the mechanical approach will not serve our purpose. That's not right. First, we have to bring the students to the classroom environment. We have to prepare them. That's very much needed. Yesterday, one of the chief guests in mathematics department, mathematics people are available in maths department, excellently quoted during his UG career. When they always like Tamil classes. Okay, Tamil teacher comes, excellently he performs. Okay, he says poems, he sings song. Okay, and excellently that Tamil literature he uses to deliver. Okay, in a very interesting manner. And thus the cover is over. Next hour the mathematics teacher comes. Okay, and the people, oh, the Tamil hour, excellent hour has been over. The mathematics has started. Okay, and the differentiation, integration, all these things. Okay, the people have started. Oh, interesting hour has been over. Likewise, there is change in the mood of the student, in the mindset of the student. So what the mathematics teacher has to do, okay, after a particular hour is over, we have to just bring the students out of that particular, the previous hour's mood, that mindset, and I have to prepare the students to my subject, my hour. So I have to prepare my students to the present environment. So we have to adopt some 7 steps, simple steps for any classroom. You warm up, introduce, explain, interact, clarify, sum up, and conclude. If we adopt 7 simple steps, that will be easy for the students to understand whatever we are delivering. To warm up means to bring the students to the classroom environment, to prepare their mood, okay, to receive and grasp my own instructions. That's very much needed. And introduce, we introduce the concept. Okay, last class was over. Okay, by way of asking some questions, I am starting the classes, and today what concept I am going to teach, I have introduced the concept and explain. Then you explain, giving examples. Okay, quoting so many things, you just explain the concept what you are attempting to explain. And then in fact, okay, I showed you the video clipping. Okay, I criticized one man talking the entire hour. Am I right? For 50 minutes, 60 minutes, that may not be liked by the students. So, 50% of the class we have to plan in such a way that we are interacting with the people. So, interact, and I stands for interaction. Then clarify, all the students, okay? So, some of the questions from the course of what I have currently completed during this particular hour, okay? There is any need for clarification, we just clarify their doubts. Okay. You can ask, do you have any doubt? Yes. And voluntarily, sometimes the students will raise the doubt. Sometimes the students just, they keep mum, and we have to motivate the students to come up with some doubts, and we have to clarify the doubts. And then, whatever you have delivered during a particular hour, sum or the entire thing, that entire delivery you sum up. And then, you conclude the class. Okay? By way of saying an anecdote or repetition. Okay, or by way of saying some statement which will carry the entire meaning of or entire gist of that particular class delivering portion. Okay, using any of such things, you can conclude our test very much needed. Okay, for example, chemistry Kotravel. Okay, you introduce the concept of CFC to the class. Okay, the concept of CFC to the class. And now you are my students. Okay, good morning students. How are you? Excellent. Okay, and we all know the origin of the entire universe, the sun. You know the ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays. You know ultraviolet. Can you tell anyone who knows about ultraviolet rays? Can you tell something about ultraviolet rays? What is the nature of ultraviolet rays? No, ultraviolet rays. What is it? I'm asking. Okay, it's radiation. It's radiation from the sun. Ultraviolet rays are rays that are starting from the sun. You know, directly if the ultraviolet rays are getting into the human body, okay, it will make lots of chemical reactions and totally all untoward things will happen in the human body, okay, and the life of that particular human, okay, is very short. He will get accumulate a lot of diseases, okay, in his body and totally is gone. The body is gone. And you know, nature has given an excellent protection system, okay, to protect the entire world, to protect the human beings from the ultraviolet rays. There is an excellent system. That is that from the sun ultraviolet rays are coming, okay, and the human beings are there on the surface of the earth. If it directly affects and gets into the human body, okay, it will totally damage the entire human race. Okay, but nature has created an exert layer. It is called ozone layer, ozone gas layer. Okay, and the ultraviolet rays, they just hit the ozone layer and it is filtered, and a very minimum amount of that rays are coming, and that's why we are not getting affected by the ultraviolet rays. But you know, because of science and technology, development in science and technology, lot of advancement we have. Okay, whether it is cell phone or television, okay, or the energy that we are getting from atom, all these things they are the benefits of science and technology. But you know, there are a lot of disadvantages because of science and technology. You know, we are using lot of cooling equipment. Am I right? Whether it is refrigerator or any other cooling equipment that is used by the individual at home or in the commercial organizations, all those things are generating a particular gas, and that gas is going up, and they are just making holes, they are damaging the ozone layer, they are making big holes in the ozone layer, and because of that damaged part, that holes, ultraviolet, there is a threat, ultraviolet rays, without getting filtered, they directly get into the holes, they are just reaching the earth. You know what is the name of the gas that is produced by the cooling equipment? Excellent. It is called CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Okay. This is how, instead of starting chlorofluorocarbon, what is chlorofluorocarbon, and explaining, directly attempting into explanation for that, we can introduce the subject, okay, by way of relating it to our day-to-day life and some other things. Okay. We can introduce the subject like this. Likewise, I want the people who are presenting today to make comments their delivery, okay, by way of showing them some difference, by way of preparing the students and explaining the things, and by way of showing a difference while concluding, okay, you have to be distinguished from each other presenter. Such a difference we have to do. Okay, shall we start?